Students, Professor Bundt Buddy here. Sorry it took me so long to get you all this class recap. You didn't know, but I've been spending time with my sunshine this week. He was home for spring break. And as any parent, any mother with a 19-year-old college student knows, if the son wants to spend time with you, you spend time with them. And that's important. He is transitioning into such a well-rounded young man. And I just wanted to soak in all that he had to give me, right? And so I've been spending time with my baby. But don't worry. I still got you all covered with this full tutorial on how to make this lemon wacky cake. Let's do a quick recap about the wacky cake, also known as a depression cake. Remember, this cake came about during the Great Depression between the years of 1929 and 1939, when eggs, butter, and milk were scarce and expensive. Folks had to work with what they had. They had to make something out of nothing, which we know Black people do all the time, right? We use pantry staple items. Instead of eggs, we used baking powder and vinegar to help the cake rise. Instead of butter, we used oil to keep it moist. And instead of milk, in this recipe, we use water to bring everything together. And y'all, believe it or not, even surprising to me, with no dairy, no eggs, no butter, this cake is still soft, fluffy, and it's really good. And it's naturally vegan, and it's stuff you already have. So right now in the climate of eggs being expensive, everything being expensive, y'all know what I mean? This cake has still got you covered if you have a sweet tooth, okay? So let's get started. You don't need anything fancy. It's very simple. A bowl and a whisk and all of your ingredients. And I know we're into the video right now, but I started with my dry ingredients, which was 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder instead of soda, and lemon zest from 1 large lemon. Whisk all of those ingredients together, and then I went in with my wet ingredients, which was 1/4 a cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice. You can use the jar, 1 teaspoon of vinegar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of lemon extract, 1/3 a cup of vegetable oil, 1 cup of water. Again, using my whisk, fully incorporated everything. And no worries, because we're using a whisk, you may not get all the lumps and bumps out, but that's okay. It's going to bake out. Once my batter was ready, I poured it into a greased 8x8 Pyrex dish, smoothed it across the top, and then I popped it into my preheated oven at 325, and it took me 42 minutes. I wanted my edges crispy and golden brown, and y'all, it was smelling so good. That lemon was smelling amazing. Okay? Let my cake cool for about 20 minutes, and while it was cooling, I made a simple syrup, which was 1/4 a cup of sugar, 1/4 a cup of lemon juice, okay? You want to make sure your sugar is fully melted, as you can see in the video, and then I brush it across the top to give it a little more lemon flavor. Again, all vegan, no dairy. Let it sit and rest for about 20 minutes, and then I went in and made a simple lemon glaze. And we went over this lemon glaze several times in class. I used a leftover simple syrup, 1 cup of powdered sugar, and because it was still not smooth like I wanted it, I went in with a little extra few drops of lemon juice and about a teaspoon of water. Measure it out, eyeball it, whisk it together until you get your desired consistency. Once my glaze was where I wanted it, I spread it across the top of the cake, and then I put my cake in the refrigerator for about 20 to 25 minutes to let the glaze firm up, kind of get crusty on top. And y'all, 10 out of 10. I highly recommend. This cake came out so good. Again, it surprised me because I was just shocked. So students, that is your Intro to Baking Week 6 lesson, okay? I want you to remake this recipe and tag me in it. That is your homework assignment for this week. Remake this wacky cake. If you don't want to use lemon, you want to use orange, that's fine. If you don't have any citrus and you just want to do vanilla, that's fine. But make something out of nothing using the simple pantry cabinet staple ingredients that you have at home. Okay, this recipe has very simple ingredients as listed here on your class supply list. This video is giving you a step-by-step full tutorial. It's not that hard to do. I want you to bake it. I want you to make it. I want you to trust yourself and trust me. Okay, so remake this cake, tag Professor Bundt Buddy in it. Let me know how you like it, if it was hard, if it was simple, if you ran into any issues, any problems. But if not, that's it for week 6, y'all. So make sure you tune in next week where we're making banana pudding. And we're doing all these fruit-flavored desserts because we're in the spring season and we're gearing up for Easter. Okay? All right, that's it. Signing out, Professor Bundt Buddy, and I will talk to you all soon.